Hello, everyone. So let's wait for 5 minutes for others to join and we'll start. So the recording started. So at the end of the day, I will share. Okay, now we are 16 people. Good. Those who were not able to join, please, guys, if you will have any question, raise the hand or directly raise your voice. I will answer it. But before continuing this chapter, I will make a quick revision again. Do you hear me properly? Is there any that's something that is not clear?
Everything is okay.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Now, so we started to talk about the bonds and the bonds valuation. We said that the bonds are the debt instruments. Basically, the maturity is the long-term maturity, and they provide the periodical payments, and they're called coupon payments, periodical equal payment. And the return on the principal amount at the maturity, it's a future lump sum, which is measured as an expected return as a yield to maturity. The price can be calculated using the present value instruments that we used to apply in the previous chapters. Basically, we do discount the cash flows, the futures, and we add them up and we come up with the bond value. So this is the example we have gone through, like different companies, they issue different bonds. And Merrill Lynch company, it's one of the example that we went through as well. And you should keep in mind again, like the bond has got the par value and the face value, which is typically equal to $1,000 in the US, and in the Europe it is equal to 10,000 euros. Coupon rates, it's a periodical interest payment by the company for those who buys and hold the bonds. The maturity date is the expiration date of the bond when the par value will be paid back fully as a principal value. And the YTM, abbreviated yield to maturity, expected rate of return based on the price of the bond. And we said that if you check here, we have 109, okay? This 109 means it's a quoting price, okay? It's a percentage of the face value. It's a percentage of the par value. Basically, if it's 109 means 109% of 1,000. So the example given here, as you can see, so here we can see that it's 91 and a half means that 91.5% of $1,000. So the bond value, the bond price will be traded at that time will be $915. Okay, it is 91.5% of $1,000, and the coupon annual rate is 6.35% is 6.35% of face value again, or par value, which is $63.50. Means that the potential bondholder entitled to receive $63.50 every period. This is what we have discussed so far, and we used the Excel to calculate, and we were able to do it. And then we have introduced another part of it, which was basically, let me erase it. So another thing that we have discussed is basically how to calculate using the formula we used in the Excel too, and bond pricing here. And we told that the bond could be based on the semi-annual basis and of course annually. And we had the example, we solved it, we divided. So basically what you do in the semi-annual case, rates are divided by 2 and the number of the periods are multiplied by 2. That's what you have to do. You can do it within the formula, or you can do it before putting everything into the formula. So it's up to you. So this is what we did it. This is the Excel spreadsheet that we used it. Like, you basically find the present value, you put the rate, you put the number of the periods, you put the PMT, face value, and the type is 0 basically, and you estimate the present value. That's how it's been calculated. We got this example, and we said there are some of the bonds which are zero coupon bonds, meaning that the bond doesn't have any coupon payments. So basically what you will be doing is just taking the present value of the principal value, of the face value, or the par value. At the end of the day, you will calculate. So here in Excel, we can put the PMT as 0 and calculate the present value of all given the formulas. And the yield to maturity, we discussed it, and we said there's a relationship between the yield to maturity and the coupon rate, and the relationship is here drawn up as a summary. Premium bond, when the price that you estimated is more than the par value, more than the 1,000, which is called the premium, it's basically coupon rate more than the YTM. If the par value bond means the price is equal to par value and the coupon rate is equal to YTM. And in the case of the discount bond is basically when the price of the bond is less than the par value, where you end up with coupon rate less than the YTM. And we know there is an inverse relationship between bond price and the interest rate. As the interest rate rises, the bond price goes down. As the interest rate goes down, the bond price will go up. That's what we call as inverse relationship. So I'm going here very quick because we have already done it, we have already calculated, and just making a quick revision before we move to the new. Okay. And this is the bonds we discussed that time, like bearer bonds, collateral bond, mortgage security, debentures, senior debt, and sinking funds, and protective covenants, callable, yield to call, convertible, floating rate, prime rate, and exotic bonds. So these bonds, type of bonds, we have already discussed. Those who are interested in more detail, please refer to the book. The book gives you the more detailed definition and the more explanation about it. So let's go with the yield to call, okay? Imagine 2 years ago, the Mid-Atlantic Corporation issued 10% a coupon paid semi-annually, 20-year maturity bond with a 5-year deferred call future. Okay, this is the key point in here that you should keep it in mind. I will just say what does it mean. So 5-year deferred call future, and call penalty of gonna be 1 coupon payment. Okay, so means that this type of bond, if the potential bondholder will buy it, he is entitled to sell it back, the bond, within the 5 years upon the request of the bond issuer, upon the request of the bond seller. If the company sells the bond and agrees that the bond's gonna be called back within the 5 years, so there's a time frame. So within this 5 years, okay, within this 5 years, so within this 5 years, the seller of the bond has got the right to call the bond back for some certain reasons. It could be any other reasons. So he would like to get it back. Anytime he calls the bond back, he has to pay the penalty of one coupon payment. Okay, that's what the condition is here. And the question in here, if the current price on these bonds is $1,080, what is the yield to call? Okay, we know the yield to maturity, okay? Yield to maturity is the expected rate, and you hold the bond for 20 years. Whatever rate you earn here on the bond price is called the yield to maturity. But what about the yield to call? It's a return on the bond which is callable, that is called like within the 5 years. Okay, so we need to see what it will be the yield to call on that. But taking into the mind that the bond, when it's called back, there is a penalty on that, and it's a semi-annually, that should be considered too. Okay, do you have any question, guys? If yes, please don't hesitate to raise it. If you want me to clarify something here, then before I move to the next slide, I think everything is clear. Please don't hesitate and just raise the question directly. Now, remaining number of the coupon until the first call date is basically what it says here. But look at here, guys. When the bond was issued, it was issued 2 years ago. Means that if you're here, okay, 5 and 0, means that you're here somewhere, like 2 years passed. Means that 3 years left to be called. Like within the 3 years, the bond could be called back. So the first 2 years, it has not been called. So we take it into this as additional information. We go here. Now, the remaining number of the coupons until the first call date is 6. Yeah? Why? Because as you see here, sorry for my hand drawing. Oops. My bad. Now, so 5 years here and 0 here, and we are here somewhere, 2. So until here, there are 6 coupons left. Why? Because from second year to the 5th year, there are 3 years. But if it's annual, if it's semi-annual, it means we need to multiply by 2. Means 6 coupons. That's where we have the 6 coupon. And the semi-annual coupon payment, based on the information is given, is $50. Okay, which is, and the call price, look, call price is 1,050. Why? Because the face value or the par value is 1,000 plus the coupon payment as a penalty should be given, which is 1,050. So extra $50 here, it's a coupon payment as a penalty. It was written there, like in the condition of the question itself. And the bond price currently is traded at 1,080. And you are asked to calculate yield to call. You're asked to calculate the yield to maturity. So number of periods from second year to the 5th year, it's a 6 periods. And present value of the bond, like currently at what price it's traded, is 1,080. And PMT, the coupon payment every period is $50. And the face value at the 5th year gonna be 1,050. Again, this is a call price. It's a face value plus the premium on the calling the bonds. Okay, if the company calls back, they need to pay some compensation for it. And then you calculate the yield to maturity. Like again, you put the equal sign, rate, like equal sign, rate in the Excel, and you just calculate, you put in all the necessary stuff. You put the present value, you put the PMT, you put the face value, you put the number of period, and you just calculate rate. That's how you derive this number. Okay. and this is we call yield to call. Again, the difference between the yield to call and the yield to maturity is that yield to maturity, when you buy the bond, you hold the bond until the end of the maturity. Whatever the expected return on that bond in terms of the price is called the yield to maturity. Yield to call is the bond that you hold it until it is called. It is expected rate on the bond price until you hold it when it's called. And the calling period is end of the 5th year. That's the difference between the yield to call and the yield to maturity. So US government bonds also include the bills, notes, bonds that are sold by the Department of Treasury, and state bonds issued by the state governments, municipal bonds issued by the country, city, or the local government agencies. Like in our case, we have municipality. We call it in Russian akimat. Okay, they can issue bonds, and the reason why they issue bond is to attract the money. Is to attract the money. Once they are attracting the money, they can use to finance their certain project they want to finance. So treasury bills are zero coupons. They don't have any coupon payments. They're pure discount securities with the maturity ranging from 1 to 3 to 6 months, but the maximum is 1 year. When it comes to the treasury notes, they have coupon payments too, and they might not have it at the same time. Plus, the maturity it's basically from 2 to 10 years. Treasury bonds have got the greater than the 10 years maturity, like when they're first issued. It goes from 10 and above, like up to 30 years, even sometimes more. This is the example, like treasury notes, bonds. Okay, that's what we did it. Okay, calculating by discounting the bill's face for number of the days until the maturity and the prevailing bank discount. So bank discount yield is a special discount rate which is used to integrate with the treasury bills under 360 days per year, like traditionally accepted, with a commonly assumed by bankers. So bond equivalent yield, or is the APR equivalent of the bank discount yield calculated with the following formula. You're given the bank discount yield, you're given the days to maturity and the discount yield, then you can calculate the bond equivalent yield. Again, it is the special discount rate which is used to conjunct with treasury bills. Example in here, you're given to calculate the price of the bond equivalent yield of treasury bill, which matures in 105 days, has face value of 10,000 and it's currently being quoted at the bank discount yield 2.62%. So what do you do here? First of all, uh, first calculate the price of the T-bill, which is face value again, guys, you don't have to memorize any formulas. The formulas will be given to you. What do you need to do to understand where to put the numbers? First, you calculate the price of T-bill, where the face value is given, and 1 minus discount yield plus multiplied by days until maturity and divided by 360. You just get the numbers and plug it into the formula. You get the price of the T-bill equal to 9,923. Okay, so this is the price, the discount that you are willing at the maximum level to pay to buy certain treasury bill. You will not pay more than this amount. But if you would like to calculate the bond yield equivalency, it's basically using this formula. You just put everything into the formula which are given, like discount yield here, days of the maturity, and you get bond equivalent yield is equal to 2.68%. So we know that the treasury bill has got 2.62%, but the bond equivalent yield means that if you want to convert into the yearly basis, then it will be equal to 60.68%, which is higher than this. It's just a straightforward calculation. The matter just to know the formula, and you don't have to memorize again. The formulas will be given to you. you need to know what to apply in the formulas. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay. So this is the examples that are given, and actually we are done with the chapter. What it will advise you to go and study the end of the chapter questions. That is very important as well. I will provide the solution. I think I already did provide it, but if not, I'll put it today so that you can practice at home. So these are the additional problems I want you to go with, okay? With these problems. They're with the solutions. Please go before Monday. Solve them, okay? There are 4 questions plus end of the chapter questions. Solve them. On Monday, I'm gonna be in my office, okay, for office hours. Feel free to come. In case if you will have questions and you won't be able to come to the office, then we can have a online Zoom meeting too. Just text me that you want to meet online. Okay, very good question. I'm gonna come to that point if you allow me. So solve these questions before you reach the Monday. On Monday, I will be in the office. You are more than welcome to come with the specific questions that you couldn't understand. For midterm and the quiz, for the quiz, you will be responsible chapter 4, 5, 6. Let me type it. So quiz 2, it will include chapter 4, 5, 6. Again, the similar type of questions you're gonna have it, like solving and putting the results, similar what we had it before. And the midterm 2, again, 4, 5, and 6. Like I don't want to add more something, like that will be more than enough. So you have 2 exams, quiz 2 and midterm 2. The class venue are going to be the same. The class venue gonna be the same, no changes. Okay. Hello. Would we have a theoretical? No, no, guys. We don't have the theoretical questions anymore. We said at the beginning, like the first chapter, it was in the theory, but no more first chapter. Only the calculation based. Whatever we do in the class, whatever the end of the chapter's questions, that's it. The only thing that I will ask you theoretical one to compare which one you will select, A or B. That could be like to see the critical thinking of you. Okay. Any other questions? So the class venue are the same. Still, I'm gonna tell you on Monday, but it's gonna be the same venues that we had it before. The same procedure. Uh, you can bring the calculators. You can bring with you whatever you want, except the cheating sheets. Like don't bring anything written with the formulas. The formulas will be given to you. You can bring the draft, like empty draft, with you, where you can just write and solve it during the exam. But the mobile phones are not allowed, and the internet will be off as before. What about the true and false question, or just yes, you might have some of it, okay, true and false question, some of it, but there are more. They will be all related to chapter 4, 5, 6. Some maybe like 10% out of 100% the true and false. Yes, the format of the exam will be exactly the same as we had it before. Okay, guys, don't be hesitating, don't be shy in terms of asking the questions. Please feel free to see me on Monday. Even the before Monday, if you have a question, just text me via the email. I'll try to respond to you back as soon as possible. Okay, if you don't have any questions, I will stop here. Okay, thank you for your coming, and I will share the video with you in 1 hour. When the video will be converted to readable format, I will put it on YouTube, and I'll share it with you all. Okay, thank you so much. If you don't have any question, then I'll stop here. And I wish you good weekends and good preparation for the exam. For all of your exam, I guess you have most of you busy coming week actually. Okay, good luck to all of you, but don't rely on luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.